Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from ProudMoney.com. TD Bank has gotten into the 2% flat cash back credit card game with the introduction of the Double Up Visa, and we're going to take a look at what it offers and how it compares to other 2% cards out there. But first, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. And if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So last week, TD announced their new Double Up Visa card, a 2% flat cash back credit card with a bit of a catch like many of the other 2% flat cash back cards out there, and we'll talk about that in a second. If you are not all that familiar with TD Bank, they are the North American arm of Toronto Dominion Bank from Canada, mostly up and down, actually all up and down the East Coast is where their branches are. As far as I know, their credit cards and other products are available to people in other areas as well, but you're not necessarily going to have a branch close by. So TD has some other credit cards that I've talked about in the past. We don't talk about them too much, but here and there they come up. And they also are the backing bank issuing the Target credit card, the Nordstrom credit card, and some others as well. Anyway, the TD Bank Double Up Visa is a no annual fee credit card that gives you your rewards using the following formula. You get 1% cash back when you make your purchases with the card. In order to get the full 2% cash back, you have to redeem the rewards that you get into a TD Bank deposit account. So a checking, savings, money market account from TD, which means if you're not already a TD Bank customer, you have to commit a little bit more to TD than just getting their credit card. You have to open up a checking, savings, or money market account and then have those rewards go into it in order to get the full 2%. If you don't redeem into one of those TD Bank accounts, you're only going to get 1%, and that would be lousy. The TD Bank Double Up Visa also has a bonus opportunity for new cardholders. It's kind of small, but when you compare it to other 2% flat cashback cards on the market, it is something where oftentimes you would not get any sort of bonus at all. So as I make this video, you can get a $75 bonus if you spend $500 with the card in the first 3 months of having it. So not a huge bonus opportunity, but for a lot of the other 2% cards out there, you're not going to get a bonus at all. Sometimes you'll see the offers with a bonus with other cards, but not all the time. So this one, at least as I make this video, you got a little something extra you can get on the front end, a little bit of a differentiator. Now, like a lot of other cashback cards on the market, TD Bank structures the rewards on this card where technically you are earning points that are then converted into cash on a penny per point basis. In order to redeem any of those points, you have to have earned at least 2,500 points, which would equal $25. So you got to earn up to that $25 level in order to actually get any of those rewards back. Now, my understanding, and it's not particularly clear or totally clear in the terms and conditions with this card, is that you have to have spent $2,500 on the card and get the 1% reward on those to get up to 2,500 points. And then if you want that full 2%, you would redeem that, and those 2,500 points would get doubled and you'd get $50. So that would mean instead of only having to spend 1,250 points in order to get a $25 reward into a TD account, you actually would have to spend $2,500 in order to redeem into a TD account and get a $50 reward. So there's a little higher standard, at least that is how I understand it. It's a little vague in their terms and conditions. In terms of interest rates and fees, like I said, no annual fee card. Your interest rate could be either 14.99, 19.99, or 24.99%, depending on what TD thinks of your credit history. At least those are the interest rates as I make this video. You have a 0% offer on balance transfers with this card for 15 months, meaning that if you transfer a balance from another higher interest card onto this one, you could let it sit here on this card for up to 15 months while you pay it off, and you wouldn't get charged any interest. However, there is a 3% balance transfer fee, which means you would pay 3% as an upfront fee to move the balance from another card on to this one. In terms of foreign transaction fees, you do have them on this card. It would be a 3% foreign transaction fee on any purchases that you make with this card outside of the United States. Now, in terms of your approval chances for this card, TD Bank is not one of the biggest banks out there in terms of issuing credit cards. I'm guessing they're probably a little more conservative than some of the bigger banks, where someone like Capital One, for instance, is willing to work with people that have lower credit scores oftentimes, especially for their more entry-level cards. For a card like this, I'm thinking TD Bank is probably going to be looking for at least a 700 credit score, maybe a little lower, hard to say for sure, but I'm guessing they're going to be a little bit more conservative in terms of who gets approved here. On the other hand, in their terms and conditions, they say that they may approve people for credit lines as low as $500, which means they are not closing the door to people that maybe have lower incomes or maybe don't have as much of a credit history. So that is a good thing to know as well. Now, they also do offer a Visa Platinum version of this card and a Visa Signature version of this card. Visa Platinum is for people that are getting credit lines below $5,000, Visa Signature $5,000 and above in terms of the credit line that they give you. Visa Signature gives you a little more benefits that come from Visa in terms of concierge service and some discounts and some other things. To me, they're not major. They're not going to make a whole big difference. And especially for a card like this, you're in it for the rewards that you're getting from TD Bank, not really those Visa Signature benefits. Overall, the TD Bank Double Up card is a solid 2% flat cashback card if you're already a TD Bank customer, or if it would make sense perhaps for you to become one in terms of getting that checking, savings, or money market account from TD. That 2% flat cashback is right up there with the best other 2% flat cashback cards on the market. We're going to get 2% on everything. So you would compare this card to things like the Citi Double Cash card, the Fidelity Visa, the PayPal Cashback MasterCard, the SoFi credit card, all of which also offer 2% flat cash back in certain circumstances. So those cards have their upsides and downsides as well. Where this card has a bonus, most of those cards are not going to have a bonus. Some of those cards are going to require you to have some other account with them as well in order to get their credit card. So some of those have that same disadvantage. The foreign transaction fees, this card has them. Some of those cards do not. The PayPal card and the SoFi card do not have foreign transaction fees. So that is a point in their favor. So you'd have to look at the kind of terms and conditions here of each one of these cards and decide which makes the most sense for you if you want to have a 2% flat cashback card as sort of the foundation of your reward credit cards. So nothing too earth-shattering here with the TD Bank Double Up Visa. Still, it is nice to have another 2% flat cashback card on the market, or at least the potential to get 2% flat cashback. Not right for everyone, but for some people it would make good sense. In my mind, having a 2% flat cashback card is a very nice thing. When you have purchases that you're not going to be able to get 2% anywhere else, then that is a card that is always nice to pull out. For me, I have the Citi Double Cash. I like the ability to always know that I'm going to get at least 2% on everything, and then have other cards that sort of build from there where you get 3%, 4%, 5% in certain purchasing categories. But that's a great place to start, a good foundation, and this is a good card to start that foundation if it makes sense for you. Questions, comments, put them in that comments section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching, and as always, please go to proudmoney.com, where we do credit card reviews and we talk personal finance and we talk deals and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thank you for watching. Bye.